Hey guys, it's Luke here and welcome back to another video. You join me today with a car which surprisingly I have never filmed up until now because it's one of, to be honest, it's one of those cars which I've got on this little list of cars which I would love to own one day. Of course, the B7 RS4, 4.2 litre naturally aspirated V8, about 410, 415 brake horsepower standard. And I've just always loved these things. This one is a saloon car. As you can see, you can of course get the Avant or the estate car, as you could say. I suppose it is almost a rival to my E92 M3, and you might have seen a little while ago, I did a video with a viewer of the channel, Josh, and his W204 C63, and whether I should swap the M3 for that. And I suppose the other car in that trio is this. So that's what we're doing today. I think the M3, well, it's in the wars, as we've seen recently. I've had a fair amount of problems with it. I love it, but I think maybe I'm getting towards the time where I need to think about replacing it. And so yeah, I'm gonna be basically experiencing what this thing is like to see, well, what it's all about, because I've never experienced one before. I am, of course, joined with Raffal, the owner of the car. We'll introduce you to him very shortly. He can basically run us around what he's done to it, because there are a few tasty modifications on it, and then we're gonna go out for a spin in this B7 RS4. Okay, we're joined now with Raffal, the owner of the car. Mate, this thing is an absolute beast.
Thank you, bro.
Proper thing, proper thing. Really clean spec as well. The black with the silver wheels and the red calipers. We're gonna dive straight in. Look at how good this thing looks. Absolutely awesome. As I said, 4.2 litre naturally aspirated V8, just over 400 brake horsepower standard. I suppose yours is running a little bit more than standard, thanks to the modifications, I suppose you could say.
I would hope so, yeah.
But yeah. I mean, how good does that look? I love the carbon. You can see where some heat's gone through it as well, where it's kind of discoloured a little bit, which is really cool. Any modifications under here, really? Or was it...
Well, under here, as far as I know, and this is the way this car's been passed on to me from the previous owner, they have done the, quite recently, carbon clean. Yeah. And whilst they were delving that, they've done the inlet manifold deflap. Okay. Which is again one of the common failure causes, so that was gotten rid of. Yep. I have seen that some of them, when they do have that modification, when they mapped, which I don't think this has been mapped for the deflap, they're supposed to run a little bit better. Yeah. Okay. Power. Yep. This obviously in combination with the exhaust. Yes. We have the non-valved catback stainless steel straight pipe exhaust. Nice, so, nice. It does sound a bit juicy sometimes, yeah, you know.
Well, it's got to be done with an engine like this.
I know, it has to be done, yeah.
Dare I ask, is this a daily for you?
It is a daily, yes.
It is?
Yes, it is a daily. So plan was, I didn't want to buy a dream car that would have been packed up and just gathering dust. Well, it was meant to be used.
Yeah, that's it. That's kind of how I am with the M3, but I know a lot of people are telling me that I should get a daily which is a little bit more sensible and one which isn't going to cost me an arm and a leg, but these cars, they're just so good, so good. I mean, like we were just chatting off camera, I suppose, for the similar kind of money you could get a Gen 1 R8, I suppose. True. But these, dare I say it, I think these are a lot rarer than the Gen 1 R8.
Saying that though, on the way up here, because I'm from South Wales, it wasn't too long of a trip, but over 2 hours on a motorway, and I've not seen one, so... well, there you go. I guess that's a good thing.
Exactly. Well, moving around, obviously we've got a nice little low-line kit, well, actually just on the front splitter. These, I think, are my favourite Audi wheels of any generation.
Oh, I'm glad you say that, because I was a bit in a 50-50 mind of getting the rotor.
Oh, really?
Alloys,
okay.
But
yeah.
Mrs. approves also, she does prefer these, so I was like, yeah, we refurbing these then.
No, absolutely, I think they look really nice. The discs have been upgraded, I think they look...
No, as far as I can tell, and I am aware, they are standard, I think, don't quote me on that. They are 365mm discs. 8-pot calipers, obviously. Nice. Yeah, they're good, but they're prone to the little issues as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's a big, heavy car, isn't it? Yeah. Big, heavy car. Inside, of course, we have the manual gearbox, which I think is, well, at least for you at least, it was a big talking point.
Yeah, well, this was one of the buying points of this car, is the manual quattro naturally aspirated engine, and recently I have fitted myself the ECS short shifter.
Yeah.
So it does bring that short throw-in enjoyment, if you like.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's
Flows
good.
through the
It's
gears.
just kind of sharpening up the feel of the car.
Yeah, awesome seats in there as well. Of course, the wing backs, standard seats. Pretty comfy from what I've experienced in other cars.
They're not bad, yes.
Yeah, not bad at all, really.
Bad, yeah.
Yeah, of course, as I said, this one's the saloon. Can get the estate, or the Avant, as you could say. Which, to be honest, I do quite like the idea of an estate.
Yes, true. Well, I've always been an Audi RS fan.
Yeah.
And I always thought that I would love to have an Avant.
Yeah.
Interestingly, I'm not sure if you would remember, but these are also available in convertible RS4.
Oh yes.
Yeah, of course. So you had three types available.
Well, I'd say a bit like the M3, but not really the estate variant, but at least the coupe,
No,
the kind of four-door, and then the convertible as well. But it's such a good-looking car. I mean, the massive wheel arches that you got on them. Actually, that's one thing to mention. I was about to mention how good it sits, and of course you've done the suspension on it as well.
Yes, it's on BC coilovers. Obviously, very well-known issue on these cars is the Audi tried to bring something new to the market, and that didn't go too well. The original standard DCT suspension, they were prone to leaking and losing pressure, etc.
Gotcha,
so I know a lot of owners do opt in for coilover swaps. So otherwise,
really nice.
It's an expensive setup to run as well.
Yeah. Any other modifications, or is that pretty much everything?
No, I mean, apart of the fact that I've just added the Maxton front splitter and a Maxton rear diffuser. And apart of that, recently I just had my hands diving into the headlights, and I've just done a little different upgrade and update on the headlights, if you like.
I did notice that. I wondered if that was stock or not, but yeah, stunning bit of kit, and I'm really looking forward to experiencing one for the first time. So I think we'll get this monster started up, get some heat in the engine, and go for a spin.
Definitely.
Oh, that's amazing, isn't it? That sounds so...
Yeah, that beauty of having a straight pipe in it.
Yeah. So it's a catback as well, so that doesn't touch the cats. Right up to 8K. Oh, the overrun as well.
Yeah.
Oh, mate. It's such a crisp noise. That is incredible. And being a manual as well, you just have that theatre.
Yeah.
Wow. It's addictive, isn't it?
You just can't stop.
Absolutely addictive.
Yeah, it is. You just can't stop.
Oh,
and that.
Even, oh mate, it sounds
there's no
so
pop
good.
and bang over on that, none of that.
That's all natural.
And it's just, yeah. Obviously you haven't got the H-pipe, you haven't got the silencers, none of that, no rest. So it does get a bit drony, but on the most hated speed between 65 and 75.
Yeah. It does sound absolutely incredible. Popping away. Really opens up at 5K.
You can feel it, that torque kicks in and it starts moving a bit better. It's almost like a VTEC.
Yeah, German VTEC. Handles are well, the road really well as well.
Mind you, I've never managed to actually test it like full on.
Yeah.
Would love to take this on track, that's for sure.
might be a problem with the noise.
Yes, exactly.
But yeah, with the coilovers, it handles the road really well.
It's yeah, it's actually not bad at all.
Because I guess it's a heavy car, isn't it? But you can throw it around a bit.
You say that, but I actually got surprised that this is only 1650 curb weight.
It's not too bad, I suppose. All things considered, quattro system.
Yeah, of course. But it is like when you're driving it, you kind of gotta keep it in that rev range, so you're not. Because I think it's about what, 3.5, 4
Yeah.
now. Yeah. Almost 5, and it starts screaming the hell out of it.
Screaming, yeah. So good, and it's the thing is with the noise is it's not like crazy loud.
No,
it's just
like in here it's livable.
It revs for days.
I do love it. Stick it in there further and just keep pulling it
out. Yeah, but yeah, I think, like I was saying in the intro, the M3 is a great car. Mm-hmm. I think where I just do so many miles in it, I think from some of the comments I've had recently of like it's the wrong car to do so many miles in, I think they're pretty much right. But like this car for you, it's one of those cars you've always wanted. You just wanted to tick it off that list.
Yeah.
For you, I know this is obviously a long-term car. Never plan on selling it, which
yeah, of course.
I rate you for. That's a good move. Maybe once the S1 is rebuilt, maybe I should just daily that and just have some hopefully trouble-free miles.
I forgot you've got an S1.
Yeah, well, it's in a million pieces
oh, wow.
still at the moment, but I mean, for one of these, what would be my goal? I don't know what the towing regulations are for these, but an Avant with a trailer.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, something a bit fruity. But yeah, I mean, seeing as this is your daily as well, I mean, dare I ask, what's it been like? Is it expensive to run? Imagine
No, I mean, put it this way, when you look after them, they're supposed to be very reliable cars.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, this is almost 18 years old, so
of course.
It will have its perks.
Yeah.
There's been a few major repairs that I've had to do. Funnily enough, the exhaust was one of the excuses to get it straight pipe because the previous owner has done a bit of a botch job.
Yeah.
But no, other than that, there's obviously a few very common issues, and one of them was the oil leak, the notorious oil cooler. Yeah. You can't just do the pipe and a cooler and no, everything goes because it's corroded, because you can't take it off. So yeah, it's quite expensive, but
like
it's got to be done.
It's going to have its known things, but. Got it, you can throw it in the corners.
That's the thing though,
that's remarkable. That is unbelievably nimble. That is, in the corners, that's incredible.
What a noise. Cut off. Got to lead line it every so often.
Got to be done. It's an absolute brute. It really is. It's an absolute brute. The golden era of Audi, I think, because now they've all got hybrid and turbocharged.
One thing did shock me when I got the exhaust done, when it was a first initial cold start. Yeah. Inside the shop. Yeah. I was outside, and when the guy started it up, I promise my jaw dropped, and I instantly got scared. I was like, oh my god, what have I done? But obviously forgetting this is no turbos, there's just nothing blocking it, so
yeah, absolutely.
So yeah,
proper big engine. But yeah, I mean, thank you, mate, for taking me out in it, because like I said, it's one of these cars which I've always been very fond of, seeing them occasionally on the road and think, yeah, they are a good looking car.
Thank you, I really appreciate it, and honour meeting you as well. It's been
mate,
a long time I wanted to meet you.
Oh, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure, and yeah, thank you again for taking me out, because yeah, it's definitely going to get me thinking, but something like this one day would be very cool. Yeah. But yeah, no, it's an epic car, and to be honest, I'd love to experience some more. So if you've got one out there which is, I don't know, maybe maybe supercharged, then I'd love to film it, because yeah, I can imagine that would be a lot of fun. But mate, thank you so much for coming down. Of course, if you want to learn more about the build, I will leave the Instagram link down in the description down below. But for me today, that is it. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, please do make sure you leave a like and make sure to subscribe for all the adventures still to come.